Hi friends, I went around my house looking for stuff to make patterns with. So to talk about a pattern, it's something that repeats itself. So it goes over and over and over and over until you make it end. So I found some stuff in the kitchen that we can pattern. I found a butter knife. I found a spoon. And I found a fork. So how could we make a pattern with a fork, a knife, and a spoon? Something that goes over and over. Let's start with a fork. We'll put our fork right here. Fork. What would go next? We can put a spoon. We could put, what would go next? If we're going to make a pattern and it starts with a fork, spoon, what would go next? A fork. Then what would go next? A spoon, you're right. So we got a fork, a spoon, a fork, a spoon, a fork, and a spoon. Oh, is that a spoon? Nope. And a spoon. So we have a pattern that goes fork, spoon, fork, spoon, fork, spoon. Now, if we wanted to add a knife to it, how would we do that? Think about it. Something that repeats itself. So we could start with a knife, a fork, and a spoon. So what would go next? What did we start with? A knife. What would go next? You're right. A fork. And what would go next? A spoon. So now we have a pattern with 3 different things. A knife, a fork, a spoon, a knife, a fork, and a spoon. And patterning is part of math. So we went ahead and patterned with stuff in the kitchen. I found some things in my pocket. What do you think we could keep in our pocket? Listen. Money. I found a quarter and I found a penny. How could we make a pattern with this money? Let's start with a quarter, a penny. What would go next? What would go next? A quarter and a penny. You're right. How else could we make a pattern using just 2 things? Ah, you got it. A quarter, another quarter, a penny, and another penny. So our pattern starts with 2 quarters and 2 pennies. So what would go next? 2 quarters, 2 pennies, 2 quarters, and then what? 2 pennies. You got it. Nice. I found something in my bathroom. I found these. What do you think these are called? These are called cotton balls. And I found some of these. What are they called? Q-tips. How could we make a pattern with Q-tips and cotton balls? Okay, We'll start with the cotton ball. Cotton ball. Ah, stuck to my finger. Q-tip. What would go next? Cotton ball. Q-tip. Cotton ball. And Q-tip. So there is our pattern. Cotton ball, Q-tip. Cotton ball, Q-tip. Cotton ball, Q-tip. Wow. So we have two things again. How could we make another pattern using the same things? We could go Q-tip, Q-tip, cotton ball, cotton ball. What would go next? What would go next? What did we start with? Q-tip, Q-tip, Q-tip. What would be next? You're right. Two cotton balls. 1, 2. So our pattern goes Q-tip, Q-tip, cotton ball, Q-tip, Q-tip, cotton ball. So that's how patterns work. They repeat themselves. You could do patterns with paper and colors. How could we do that? So we could do, maybe a red circle and a black circle and a red circle and a black circle. What would go next? And a red circle. You could do a pattern with markers. Red, black, red, black, red. And you could do it with shapes. You could go red square, red triangle, red square, red triangle. So we still used just the red, but we're talking about shapes now. Isn't that cool? So there's a lot of things you can use in your house to make patterns with. So now what I'd like you to go do and try is to make patterns in your house. Can you find things in your house? If you do your pattern and have your mommy send me a picture. I would love that. Thank you. Happy Patterning Day. Bye.